All right, all right, all right. We are live. Yo, yo, yo. Tell me what you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! You guys, I have such a special treat for you tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever in the world you may roam. Because that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Sunshine Show is worldwide, worldwide, worldwide. I have the one and only, the most amazing, the most fabulous, the most phenomenal, the most Bowie of them all. I have Dilly Dank in the house. What is up, Dilly Dank?
Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today?
I am doing so good. The weather here in Santa Cruz has been crazy. My power and my cable have been in and out all day, but hopefully we're going to get through this and do just fine.
Very cool. That's exciting. Oh my gosh, we have nothing but windy, stormy weather right now in Tucson, which practically never happens. So it's interesting, but I like it.
Nice. We can enjoy the great weather together. All right. So
Absolutely.
we have the one and only Dilly Dank. And of course, we have arrived just a little bit late just to keep you guys on your toes.
The best ones never arrive early. Come on now.
Keeping you on your toes during the Dilly Dank show. What's up, Chrisella in the house? How you doing, girl? Thanks for hanging.
Hello, hello. Yay, good. My Phoenix family is already showing up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
We got Mama
I,
Can too in the house as well.
Wonderful. And then just want to say it's an honor to be on here. But thank you so much for having me. And I've been hearing about you and your show for a while now. So better late than never, right? I'm happy to be here. So
I am so happy to have you here with me tonight as well. We got Del Tom in the house.
my boy.
What's up, Del? All right, guys. Let's see. Mama Cantu says it's been raining and windy in South Texas as well. I guess that's just the vibe today. Rainy
Yep.
and windy. I kind of like gray days. It's like nice sleeping weather. It's also nice weather to be very productive in.
Oh man, you're hitting it right on the head because we never get, like I said, cloudy here. So it's like a blessing by far. I got a day off today, so I took the car into the shop just to make sure it was good. I cleaned my house. I'm moving here in a month with my brother, so I started packing today that I've been procrastinating for forever. So it's been a nice busy day.
Oh, good, good, good. All right, let's see, let's see. Forsyth Imaging in the house. Burke
There he is.
Giggler, what's up, Burke? Thank you for hanging out. We got Jennifer Peterson. We got Mill Chilsner. We
There's
got
my boy Mill.
Paul Tar. We got the whole fam bam. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions for your host, Sunny C, or the one and only Dilly Dank of Desert Fish, make sure to drop them right there in the comment section, and I will get to them as soon as possible. Dilly, are you ready to get this motherfucking party started?
I was born ready, and don't let it fool you that I got the time wrong, indicate that I wasn't prepared, because I was prepared. But here we are, so let's go.
Boom! That's right. Let's get this motherfucking party started. All right, we got Mike Torin of Bass Players United family in the house. What's up, Mike? Thanks for hanging out.
Very cool.
We got Matt Duran in the house. What up, fam?
My Duran fam, I love them so much.
Love the Durans. Jesse and Matt are my peeps.
Mm-hmm.
So very much. All right, Dilly Dank, tell me why the bass?
Why the bass? That's a funny question for me. Why the bass? Because I played it better than everybody else in my band when we needed a bassist. That's the logical reason. The actual reason is that I don't know. I feel like I learned on guitar. My first instrument was drums. I'm one of those guys who started with the drums and then learned everything I could after that. I grew up, in music class in school. So I started playing guitar in probably seventh, eighth grade. Went from there, and once I started jamming with other musicians, well, it turned out like everybody knew the guitar kind of thing. You know what I mean? And like nobody wanted to play the bass. And anytime I picked up the bass, I just fucking loved it. It was so much fun. It's different than the chords. It's more melodic and not to toot my own horn, but my bandmates and my friends and everything, they're like, man, you just when you pick up the bass, you play it like a guitar, like you move on it, you can even fucking solo on it if you want to, you know what I mean? Like, not that I'm saying I'm a virtuoso, I'm just saying like as far as just what comes naturally to me, I feel like the bass is the number one instrument for me.
So you learned on the drums. I always wanted to play the drums, and they put my ass on the tuba, and that is why I play bass. But I'm a huge fan of drummers.
Very cool. I was this close to getting put on trumpet, and I barely convinced them to let me do drums. So,
nice. Well, all trumpet players are cool, I feel like.
And I love the trumpet. I think I would have been equally as badass as a trumpet player, okay? But I also, every time I've tried, I feel like I suck. So I'm happy they put me on the drums.
Very cool. Let's see. Don't let my beautiful secretary Donovan fool you guys. He is not eating pasta. He's not allowed to eat pasta. He's full of jokes this evening, though. Donovan, you are so funny, and I love you so very much. I cannot do this without you. Let's see. We got Jay in the house. What's up, Jay? Thanks for hanging out with us. We got Rocky Rucker, or as my mama likes to call him, Rocky Ruckus, in the house.
Mr. Ruckus, hello, sir.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Chrisella wants to know, can you play the saxophone, Dylan?
I cannot play any wind instrument. Other than my voice, my beautiful la 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 voice. Other than that, no, I do not blow into anything, unfortunately. For instruments everywhere.
No blowing.
No, it's not that I'm afraid to. It's just I've never tried. So saxophone would be amazing. I would love to learn the saxophone.
Harmonica is another fun instrument to blow into.
Okay, I've blown into one or two harmonicas before, but that's another thing that I don't fully understand. I can make the noise, I can have some fun, but I don't know if I can play it.
All right, very, very cool. All right, we got some jokesters here in the comment section. Loving you guys. You guys are giving me a life. Let's see. Grayson Weaver in the house. He says, Dilly Dank, give me that stank.
Oh, Mr. Grayson, our fellow bass man. Love that dude.
Grayson is a cool cat.
He's a tall, handsome little man. You know what I mean? He's my guy. That's a cool guy right there.
A tall, handsome little man.
Yeah, because I hold him in my arms when I hang out with him. I bring him down to my level.
Oh, oh, how sweet! How very kind of you.
For our warm embraces.
I love that so much. All right, you guys, this is your time to ask Dilly Dank all the questions. This may be your only chance to really dig deep and get that nitty gritty.
Let's get that nitty gritty.
Nitty gritty. Sunny C after dark. It's almost dark here. I mean, it's kind of been dark all day. So, what's up, Aubrey Sanchez in the house? What's up, girl? Let me know when you're gonna come.
Hello.
This show. Aubrey just dropped a single with Gary Dredd. You guys go check it out. Stream it today. It's a great, great song. All right, Dilly Dank, tell me the story of how you and Desert Fish became one.
Well, that's a nice long story. I guess it's not a long story. It's just been a long time coming. As I mentioned before, I've been playing, marching band for a long time, ever since middle school and high school. Believe it or not, I met the majority of this band in that said high school marching band.
Oh my God!
And not only that, but we were all on drumline together. So me, John the drummer, Dale, and Austin were all on the Mountain View High School drumline together. in high school. Now, Nick, who was our front man, he's the first person I played with in a band. Um, there was a band around before me. It was Dale, Nick Balta, and Zach Keeley from ZC Keeley. So they were in middle school, rocking away at the alt rock songs and everything. And I met them, and they needed another guitarist, so I hopped in and started jamming with them. Bunch of cover songs, one or two little pop punk originals. So we started there, and as time goes by, we just kind of morphed and had new members, had different members. You know how that happens with bands, but eventually we settled on the name Desert Fish. That kind of stems from us being born and raised in Tucson, Arizona, just about all of us, and how longing for something different. We always used to drive out to California as soon as someone got a license, and we would just drive 6 hours to San Diego just to smoke weed on the beach. Like, there was no other reason. So the more that happened, the more we realized we just decided, we had a buddy who kept kind of keyed the phrase, we're desert fish, man. Like, we're fish in the desert. We strive to go out and explore, and there's a whole world that's an ocean out there. So yeah, and we've been playing for, man, we've been jamming. That's when I was 15. I'm almost 30 now. That's when we started jamming together. Desert Fish has
years?
15 years we've been playing on stage together, me and these boys.
Wow, congratulations. That's amazing.
It's pretty awesome. I don't know how it's lasted this long, but I'm not complaining. So that being said, our first Desert Fish work was released in 2014. First single, that same year. So we just started plugging away, and over the years, just as I mentioned, you get new members, new friends, and all that. And we've been playing as this unit. There's 6 of us now, for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit longer. COVID really messes with your freaking time scale, when that 2-year shutdown happened. So yeah, 3-4 years, something like that. And it's been amazing, man. I love these guys. We, as humans do, we get into little tiffs, enough, and we've known each other for so long. Sometimes it leads to a little bit more of some petty arguments, but we get through it and we love each other. So to answer your question in a very long, convoluted way, we've known each other for 10 plus years. We've been playing for a long time, and we've just been steady going at it.
All families have to fight. It is just a part of the learning process.
Mm-hmm.
And, that is totally fine. 15 years, that is some longevity. Longevity, is that a word? I think it is.
Longevity, you nailed it. Absolutely, it is.
Thank you, Dilly Dank.
I like your longevity. I don't know what that means, but
I kind of like that. I feel like I should put that on a shirt and send that to you.
Do it. Hey, no, wait till the end of the show, because I feel like by the end of it, oh, my brother's in the room. What's up, Lauren? How you doing?
What up, what up, what up? Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, wait till the end to decide what t-shirt you want to make, because I feel like we're going to inspire some quality t-shirt ideas in this interview today.
All right, let's see. Mill says you can find some cool older stuff on the YouTube channel. What kind of stuff are we going to find if we go over to that YouTube channel?
You're going to find all of our stuff. We have, just like Spotify, we have all of our material up on YouTube. We have some really cool music videos we got to shoot. Once again, kind of right before COVID happened, and some of them were during. Let's just say out in Arizona, we don't like to follow all the rules. We played it safe for a while. We did what we needed to do. And then it was like, okay, there is no rest for the wicked. Let's shoot some music videos, dude. So you will also find our Chill Pill music video we got to shoot with the awesome Jacob Reynolds from Phoenix. You will find our Smoke Tonight music video and you will find boy, there's one more. I believe there's one more quality. There's a handful of quality YouTube videos you will find there. So check out those music videos. Definitely, there's some serious work put into those, and I'm a big fan. Very beautiful stuff.
Nice. My goodness. So you shot all those videos during COVID, or was it more of a
It
time?
was a mix. The Chill Pill video, our buddy let us use his mom's house in the foothills, which out here in the foothills, that's probably like it's not the same scale, but it's probably like your Malibu out there. It's like super, super expensive, high end, $1 million homes on the side of the Catalina Mountains. So he lets us borrow this super beautiful house with a pool. And Chill Pill Volume 1 is really just about, not letting life get to you and enjoying your time spent with your friends and enjoying the music and enjoying all the stuff that might be easy to ignore when you let the day-to-day struggles get you down. So just take a chill pill, let all that shit go, and smoke a little bit of weed, do what you got to do, and have some fun. So that one we shot during COVID. It's a full awesome backyard kind of party music video. The Smoke Tonight music video was live footage of our Arizona set.
Okay.
So out here in Arizona, it was a one-off festival, beautifully done. It's up in it's Buckeye Lake, up in middle northern Arizona. Our friend Jeff Kuntz got to put on a big festival out there that went amazingly. It was 3 days of great music. It was a little hot, but that's not something you can control. So all the sets were amazing. Our set was on, I believe, Friday night, right at sunset. We got the half sunshine, half nighttime set. And the filmography he captures of that show is just amazing. And he put it to the Smoke Tonight video. So that one is really, really cool. And it's got a lot of the family in it too. You can pick out a lot of faces. You can see who Chris Nishida is in the background. You can see ZC Keeley in the background. You can see, heck, I don't even know. Mike Love might even be back there somewhere. But like, it's just got a lot of the family in it. So I love that video a lot.
Very nice. Let's see. Matt says he's going to be seeing you guys tomorrow with Indica Roots and the Resonators. Where are you guys playing?
We are playing at Last Exit Live in Phoenix. I think it's Mesa of Phoenix. But oh my God, yeah, I love those guys so much. I know they've been name dropped on here a million times, but they deserve one more because the Resonators are my boys. They are so awesome. We have so much fun hanging out with them. It's just one of those things where almost every band I work with, we always get along great and they become family and it's beautiful. But we've been playing with the Resonators now for a solid while. And we link up every year, 2 years in a row now. We've hosted them in the Rhythms in a Tucson yearly event that we do in December. So, and we're going for 3 until someone tells us to stop, so. And Indica Roots, I've gotten to talk with them, over social medias and stuff like that. We haven't got to meet them yet, but I know their music is awesome, and I'm really excited for the show tomorrow. So yeah, if you're in the Phoenix area, 8 o'clock, Last Exit Live, Desert Fish, the Resonators, and Indica Roots. It's going to be a great, great show.
Very cool. I do love the Resonators. I was able to interview them last year sometime, and they are just so funny, just so sweet, humble guys. And then who else? Oh, and Indica Roots. I did interview give me his name. Why am I forgetting the lead singer's name?
I want to say it starts with an A. Alec, Adam,
Alex,
I don't know.
No.
There we go. I was gonna say I haven't met him in person yet, so I'm not required to know his name. So
Love me, Alex Rico. Oh my God, he's so very sweet. So yeah, you guys are probably going to have such a good time tomorrow. I hope.
I'm sure. I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
It's packed. Awesome. All right,
that's our last show of March. But we got a lot of fun stuff coming up in April and May as well. So
very, very cool. All right, Dilly Dank. Let's talk a little bit more about Desert Fish. Are you guys more of a studio band, more of a touring band? Do you kind of go half and half?
I guess the first thing to know about Desert Fish is that we do everything ourselves, like everything.
Okay.
We record ourselves, mix and master, produce. Other than a few reach outs where we don't have the skill set, like videography, sometimes artwork, but even then we do almost all our own artwork. We book our own shows, we promote our own shows. We love getting thrown shows from promoters and working with new people and all that stuff, but we've always been a very grassroots do it yourself type of person, like type of people.
Okay.
So that being said, where does Desertfish thrive the most, or what do? We tour, we go on the road. We've been hitting the Southwest a lot in the last couple of years. New Mexico and Colorado, we really thrived in last year in 2022. We hadn't been to California since the very first day of 2020. So it had been almost 3 years, but luckily we've been back 3 times already in this year. So we're honored to be getting brought back out there again. And yeah, so we're on the road pretty frequently now. We try to, get out of state at least once a month.
Oh, nice.
Um, we love hosting other bands, traveling through Arizona as well. That's kind of the niche that we have found, is because there's not a lot of a reggae music scene out here in Tucson, Arizona. There's a good pop in Phoenix. There's the Irie and there's Mouse Powell, and there's a lot of awesome artists out there. But Tucson has really only got a couple of bands that are trying to make this work. So look, we're lucky enough to get hit up by a lot of touring acts that say, "Hey, we're coming through Tucson. Can you host us, or would you like on the show?" Like, we've been lucky enough to play with Hyrie, with Fortunate Youth, with Kyle Smith, with Tomorrow's Bad Seeds, a lot of really cool people, just because there's not a lot of competition out here, and once we get to meet them, that's the foot in the door, and we love meeting new people, and we love the fucking scene, we love the reggae music. So yeah, we do all of it, man. We make our own albums, we tour, we love hosting other bands, we love going and being hosted other places. So we just like playing music, man.
All right. Very cool. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to jump off the screen for like less than 10 seconds, and then I'll pop back on. But tell me what albums we can find on Spotify under Desert Fish.
You got it. So on Spotify, you can find the entire Desert Fish collection. The most recent thing we put out is our Chill Pill Volume 1 album that we recorded pretty much all the way throughout the worldwide shutdown. You can find everything previous to that. We have our self-titled EP from back in the day that I mixed and mastered and produced myself. I was pretty new, so take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, you can find all our music on Spotify. Everything we have to offer is located there. We actually just put out a instrumental version of the Chill Pill Volume 1 album that's got no lyrics. It's just the instruments and effects and all that good stuff. Being that that's out there, I would like to challenge anyone who's listening, or anyone who knows people who like to do remixes or open verse challenges, or just dubs, whatever you want. Those tracks are up and available. If you want to use them in a podcast, if you want to, credit, however all those logistics works, we'll figure that out later. But like, instrumentals are there. They're ready to be messed with. We put them out for fun, just because so much content needs music behind it nowadays. Podcasts and streams and YouTube channels and all that stuff. So it's there, it's ready. So if anyone out there needs some background music or wants to mix with some material, go to that Spotify. You can email us and we can send you stems. We can send you WAV files, whatever you need. I'll blast that email real quick. That's desertfish.azmusic@gmail.com.
Boom.
Same thing. Boom. Same thing with booking. If you want to come play a show out here with us, if you want us on a run, that's the money right there.
Very, very nice. I think it is important to collaborate with as many people as you can. I've interviewed a few people on the show that have been able to get their music into movies, into video games. I interviewed a guy last week who plays with a band called Cosmic Charlies, and they're doing a Netflix documentary series soundtrack called the LSD, what was it, John? The LSD Outlaws or something like that. And it's all about the when they, reformed everything, and like a lot of people got released who were like serving life for,
Wow.
various drugs and imprisonment. So anyways, look for that movie on Netflix.
That's cool. Shout out Brendan Clemente as well. I heard he just got a song that's going to be featured in a Netflix series, or at least something along those lines. So big ups to him. That guy is a persistent workhorse himself as well. So
Yeah.
happy to see something. Sorry, my computer screen just jumped on.
All good. Yes, love Brendan Clemente. All right, let's see. Can we get that email address one more time?
Absolutely. That's Desertfish, DESERTFISH dot azmusic@gmail.com. But what's more important than that email is, and my bandmates are waiting for me to hear this because technically this is the only thing that I'm allowed to say, is desertfishmusic.com. That's all they let me say. That's all they let me say. Everything else you hear is just impromptu Dylan shit. But on stage, that's the only thing that's written in stone that I'm allowed to shout into the crowd, is desertfishmusic.com. You can find every single thing you need to know about Desertfish there. Upcoming shows, discography, email, merch, all of that stuff. Lots of custom designs online that we have never sold in person. I can know a nice true fan when I see them wearing a shirt that we've never printed ourselves, So, yeah, everything you need to know about our band is at that website. So
Very nice. All right, we got Gabriel Walker in the house. What's up, Gabe? He wants to know your opinion on John Young as a bass player. I believe that is the bass player for Dream Theater. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe you're right, and it's one of those bands that I admire. There's technicality and their skill. It's just never something that I really deep dived on. I think he's extremely talented, but that's not one of the guys that I came into being a bass player, as I mentioned, pretty late, So as much as I love playing bass, it's not something that I idealized for a long time, you know what I mean? And picked out all these different bass players, and I know their name, and I know, where they're from and all that stuff. I'm just a simple, easygoing music lover who just kind of enjoys what's out there, but definitely a very talented musician.
Let's see. We did have a question earlier asking about your influences.
Wonderful.
Influences that you can share with us?
Of course I do. Probably one of my favorite bands of all time that I feel like influences me and my style is actually the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
I really love how they are so I don't know what the word is, non-binary, unique, original. It feels like when I was a listener, they write what they want to write. They don't write what they're supposed to write, or what they think is going to be popular, or what they think is going to be sell the most. They write what they think is awesome, and they've been true to themselves. That's another band who's been around for 30 plus years, and they've been a big influence on me. I feel like I end up writing stuff when I hear a guitar line or I hear a melody that I sing. I'm like, oh, dang, that reminds me of something that they would do. 311, huge influence. They're another very unique, they said it themselves, come original, do your own stuff. Don't emulate, just create, Dirty Heads, huge influence. We influenced the hip hop in our sound as well, and the rapping and the melodies. Me and Nick are kind of like the not in concept wise, me and Nick are kind of the Duddy and Jared vibe, where like he does some hip hop and some light singing, and I do some singing and some light fast stuff, whatever. So huge influence from them. Let's see. I like acoustic stuff a lot too. Jack Johnson, Slightly Stupid. I do have that kind of chill bone in my body, but I listen to so many different types of music that I find I draw lots of influences. The Strokes, huge influence.
Very nice.
Foo Fighters, lots of them. There's so many good bands out there.
Very cool. Have you seen Red Hot Chili Peppers live?
I sure have, and I am seeing them again in May with their original lineup, including John Frusciante for the first time.
Ah!
So I'm very, very excited. That's one of those bands that I do know all the band members just because I've been a fan of them for so long. And so I caught them 2015 maybe when they had their guest, guitarist that was playing with him, which I was a fan of him too. But boy, am I stoked to see the full original Chili Peppers lineup.
That's going to be amazing. Oh my God, look who we have the pleasure of
Mm,
hanging out with us tonight, Alex.
there he is.
We were just talking about you.
I
Um,
will see you tomorrow, my friend.
boom, boom, boom. You guys can check the episode out of me interviewing Alex Rico last year, available on The Sunshine Show, streaming on all platforms. Go check it out today. All right, Dilly Dank, I want you to describe to me a desert fish show. What am I to expect if I walk in and I've never seen you guys perform live before?
Let's see. If you've never seen Desert Fish perform live, then I suggest you change that. We just try to have, I feel like our like motto, our intention is just to forget about everything else that's going on and just enjoy a night of music and fun and dancing and inappropriate joke making and just a good vibe. That's what a Desert Fish show is to me. Like we want there to be no negative energies anywhere around because we're here to have fun and we're here to enjoy music. And we want you to come say hi and hang out. And oh, Crystallis has the best energy. Thank you very much. She is amazing and comes to every show that she can in Phoenix. Them and the Durans and we've just built this family out here in Arizona and now on the road to California and Colorado and it's just a ever growing sense of family and like togetherness, and don't get me wrong, if you're going to a Desert Fish show, it's going to be great music as well. We don't, as I've mentioned, we don't play just like reggae, like we had a song on the Chill Pill album that we were able to feature Kyle Ahern, the guitarist of Revolution, and Jeff Weirs, the vocalist of the Expendables, on. And I do not consider that song a reggae song. Does it have chucks in certain parts? Does it have reggae elements? Yes. But does it have an actual breakdown at the end? Also, yes. So it's a mix of feelings. You can bop and dance to a nice mellow love song, or you can headbang to a thrasher like super fun hard rock song. So you never know what you're gonna get.
And what are you, Dilly Dank, doing on stage? Are you running from one side of the stage to the next? I mean, what's the deal?
What's the deal? So I have the pleasure and the difficulty of lead singing and playing my instruments most of the time. So when I'm posted up with the instruments, I'm usually just pretty stationary behind the mic because you can't really sing behind a mic and play a bass and run around unless you're like Flea meets Britney Spears with one of those little mics, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I mean, I luckily enough with 6 members, I get to put the instrument down for a block of 3 songs now in my set and just do lead vocals. So that's been new to me and fun to experiment with what the heck I feel like Talladega Nights, like what do I do with my hands, like I've been used to playing something at all times and now I have just a microphone in my hand. So that's been new and taking me out of my comfort zone because I feel more confident as an instrumentalist than I ever did as a frontman or a stage performer, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Lucky for me, my boy Nick is the most captivating person to watch on stage. He dances and jumps around and I'm trying to get him to do a backflip on stage because I know he could do it.
Okay.
I just shouted him out on that, so now he's gonna have to because I just talked it up. But so yeah, no, there's a vibe. There's a lot of energy, and it's not just us who's singing. You know what I mean? I've got two guitarists on my stage right, stage left. Dale, Tom, who's in the chat right now, he's at work, by the way. All my guys are at work, or John's in Hawaii. The other Jalitz, he's sick right now, but he's gonna be fine for tomorrow. It's all good. I'm just throwing it out because even if we're at work, we're not missing shit like this. That's just how we are. Like we live for the experiences and having fun and going out, and we try to make it to as many things as possible. Like I have such severe FOMO, it's not even funny. Like
Let's see. Chrysala says, I think I've even seen your arm fall off before.
maybe. I mean, I'm glad I was able to get it back on, but
Let's see.
she might be talking about MILF though.
No.
Mill is my boy. You see him in the chat.
Yes. Tell me.
Have you ever had the pleasure of meeting Mill before?
I have not.
Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about this guy. So we went out to Tico Time one time, and Jaylit was not able to make it. So we had Mill F. Chilsner. We call him MILF for short. He stood in for us, you know, and he decided he wanted to be our forever merch guy. So you can always see MILF Chilsner at our merch booth, giving high fives, you know, nodding his hat to people when they're not looking. And he honestly, I feel like he's a better people person than any of us actual peoples. So, you know, and he's got his own Facebook now. You know, he's really thriving, honestly, from becoming an inanimate object to a living, breathing mannequin, you know. So it's been a real journey for him.
Wait, what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused right now.
I know you are, but all I'm gonna say is click on his profile when we are done with this and it will explain a lot. And I just want to say that the Phoenix family and the Tucson family has adopted him and they love him so much. And come out to a show and meet MILF Chilsner and then get your picture taken with him. His favorite pose is arms straight up in the air. And everyone loves him. So.
Oh my God. I knew I rolled a blunt for a reason tonight, Dilly Dank. I knew you were going to be a whole vibe. I'm here for it. Hell yeah. I love mannequins. Let me just tell you, I am all about doll parts, busts, mannequins, all that's my shit. Don knows too. Don's down in the basement with a lot of that shit.
That's fair.
He can tell you all about it. Fuck yeah, dude. I need MILF on the show.
You better watch what you say about him because you will have a fan for life. And don't put it past him. He will slip into those DMs, okay? Like he's respectful, but he will be there, you know? I'm pretty sure I heard him saying he thinks you're really hot. So just be prepared for that. But he is a proper gentleman though, so you don't have to worry.
Very good, very good. Let's see, we got the one and only Christopher Stevenson in the chat. The
hello.
Master. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see, Matt says MILF will get locked in the basement. Yes, I will. I'll lock him down in the basement.
Oh boy. He would love it though. Let's not get it misconstrued.
Let's see, Lauren says he's a commodity. Hot commodity.
Hot commodity, absolutely.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the songwriting process of Desert Fish.
You got it. With 6 people, you know, it gets a little intense sometimes, as we mentioned. But we do a lot of, I mean, I guess classically, initially, it started out just coming up with I don't know. It's such a funny question. The writing process. What does anyone do? You know, you jam until something sounds good. But I guess it started out a lot was just I wrote a handful of the first songs, you know, just by myself and would take them to the band to get brought together, you know what I mean? Or Austin would write this whole guitar structure, chord base that we would then take to the full band. So sometimes we write that way where I'll be sitting down in my room by myself and boom, a whole song poofs onto the page. And that's just a wonderful when that happens. But it doesn't happen like that all the time. We took a lot of time experimenting on this last album on Chill Pill Volume 1, on starting from scratch as a group and just being like, okay, well, what do you guys think about this line? What do you think about this chord? Let's go here with it. Let's go there with it. Luckily, we have lots of talented people in the band as far as writing capability. Three of us all sing vocals, myself, Nick, and Dale. All three of us write as well, lyrics. With Jaylit, he's done he's the newest member of our band, but he is the old man. And by old man I mean 33 years old. But for us, he's the old man, and we never let him forget it. And he's done a lot. He's been playing music for a long time too. He's got his own home studio. So a lot of the times he starts with a project and brings it to the rest of us. And we work and we work and we nitpick, sometimes too much. Sometimes we go too far and then have to dial back. Sometimes, it's always a growing process. We always have such bright ideas of, oh, let's start a song with just drums, and see how that works out. Let's start with a bass line, So we are all over the map. I couldn't even tell you we have a locked in writing style. We just do what comes naturally.
Nice. Do you have a hook book where you put all your hooks?
Oh yeah, my phone is. It used to be a hard copy book, but now it's just a note in my phone. I can't tell you how many one badass line it has its own note, and then boom, here's a random chorus that goes to nothing, and boom, here's a really funny phrase that I thought would make a good song title. Me and Dale play this game that's I don't know what you call it, but we call it new band name Dibs. Like we'll hear a phrase and we're like, oh, new band name Dibs. And it goes to the same for like song titles and just words that there's this one we're working on right now that's what is it? Why'd you have to be so fickle? You're a dime, but if I had a nickel for every time you build me up to break me down. Just we like doing fun wordplay stuff, you know what I mean? And it's really cool having the hip hop influence with Nick because he's the opposite. He'll come to us with, boom, here's my entire set of lyrics. I just wrote you 2 pages. And then we're like, okay, well, we can't really put 2 pages worth of lyrics in a song, so let's pick what we need and turn it into something perfect,
Yep. For sure. All right, let's see. I'm looking at this comment section here. We got Jeremy Hill from Ohio in the house. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing?
Hello. Welcome.
Another amazing bassist. We have so many bassists here tonight. I fucking love that so much.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Bass week, baby. Bass month.
Bass week. Bass month. Yeah.
Month with Donovan down in the basement.
The bass never ends.
Never ends here on the Sunshine Show. Let's see. Dell says Banana Panic.
That's one of our band names we are toying with right now. One of our favorites also is Tupperware Avalanche. Thinking about branding that one. 3 Cheese Disaster. The ideas go on and on.
Nice. All right, let's see. One question I ask all of my guests here on the Sunshine Show. If you could throw a dinner party for any 5 musicians, dead or alive, who would those 5 musicians be? And what would you serve at your dinner party, Mr. Dilly Dank?
Well, 5 musicians, worldwide, timeline-wide.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive. Let's see. I think my first, I'm trying to get them all wrapped up here before I start spouting things out and then regret it.
Do you think? I'm gonna read this.
Since I, what's that?
I'm gonna read this comment while you're thinking.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Jesse
Thank you.
Brand says, besides being musically talented, these guys are all great people. I've heard other bands talk about how professional they are despite all the fun.
Well, that's amazing. Jessie Duran knows what she's talking about. So if she says that we're good people, then I trust her because she is the goodest people out there. So
Yes.
anyway, on that side note, I'm going way back to start. I would say I would love to get George Harrison at a dinner table. I'm trying to think of who would contribute to a good conversation, a good time. We have to go with Anthony Kiedis from Chili Peppers. I feel like he'd be a good conversation. Let's go with. I feel like I'm blanking now that I'm here under pressure. Even though he's alive and amazing right now, I would bring Kyle Smith with me because I love Kyle Smith so much. He's the nicest guy in the world. Shout out Kyle Smith and all of those guys.
Tag Kyle Smith, please. Thank you.
Right. I'm going to go with Jack Johnson because I think he's a super cool, seems like a real human being, you know what I mean? Really cool person. And we got to go with one more person who's deceased just because that's part of the game. Let's go with Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, Jimi.
Such a virtuoso, I just would wish he was still around just to know what type of music he'd be putting out, What I would cook, I think that the best thing that I can impress them with, I make a really, really delicious salmon. With lemon salmon with asparagus, and I don't know, like a really nice fresh salad, and then for dessert, I'm thinking like mint chocolate chip ice cream, because it's my favorite.
I love it.
Well, see, that's how you know who to trust and who not to trust is mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I didn't know that. Now I know. Thank you.
So yeah, there's so many musicians I would love to meet. It's hard to pick any 5. I would love to meet any of them because I'm just a fan of all of it.
No,
Dawn, can you because you can't come out of the basement. I'm sorry, it's not my rule. But you told me 7 o'clock, and then you told me to stay in the basement.
Donovan! Oh my goodness, I love him so much. Jonathan L here in the chat. Jonathan, I can.
There he is.
Your last name. Help me pronounce that last name, Dilly.
That's Litvinchuk.
Litvinchuk.
Litvinchuk. It doesn't look like it, but that's what it is.
Litvinchuk. Welcome, Jonathan. Welcome.
His family's got a pretty crazy story. I'm not going to get into his personal details, but his grandmother had a memoir of surviving the Holocaust. No joke. Really crazy stuff. So happy to have my boy John Lit still with us.
Hell yeah. All right. So, what kind of bass are you playing on, and what does your rig look like? I mean, you could describe it. You don't have to show it.
Well, I can't because it's way out in the garage. It's also broken down right now because we're going on a show tomorrow. I play an 8x10 Ampeg with a Mark 6 bass head. I can't remember the specific model. But I have a full rack unit there with the tuner built in, the power conditioner, the Mark bass head. I love the sound I'm getting out of it right now. The bass I'm playing right now is a Sterling Stingray 5-string.
Okay.
Love the tone. It's a little bit heavy for my taste. Great. I'm going to turn it into my studio bass is what I'm going to do with it. I decided. I bought it because I wanted a 5-string. And now that I went 5-string, I can't go back. I need my low. I need my bottom 4 notes that you don't get. You'd think it wouldn't make a big difference, but it does. So yeah, and I got the wireless rig set up. I got the wireless in-ears going too, so I am no longer held back by a cord. So that's really cool.
Hell yeah. Very cool. Pick
And we've put a lot of time into building our live stage setup. So I am very pleased with it.
Very nice. Pick or no pick?
No pick.
No pick. Pedals or
I
no?
mean, no pedals either. Hopefully one day with the pedals, but all I want is thumpy, thick bass. That's all I want. I don't find the need to. I love playing with a pick. It's fun, but I don't find myself doing it for my own sets. Um, yeah, I'm all about the thingies.
All about the fingers. Absolutely. Very, very, very cool. All right. So what are we looking at for the future of Desert Fish? What do you guys want? Or I guess you can't speak for everybody, but what does Dilly Dank want to leave behind? What is your legacy when the music is concerned? What do you want people to think of when you're long gone and your music is the only thing that survives?
Yeah, what a trippy thing.
Wasn't that dramatic?
It's dramatic, but I liked it. I like the drama. That's a fun way to ask the question. It's such a crazy thing to think about that, in an ideal world, our music will survive ourselves. What I want people to remember, or at least get the feeling of, is just, I don't know, acceptance. I feel like there's so much diversity and separation in the world nowadays. Like, there's so many reasons to dislike your neighbor, and so few talked about to befriend them anyway. You know what I mean? And I think that my message would be to focus on the things that connect us and not the things that separate us. I find myself thinking about that a lot. At the same time, for that being intellectual and deep, I just like to have fun, man. I like to go out, and like I said, I want to be at every show. I want to be hanging out with the people that enjoy the same things as me. I love meeting new people. What's up, Carrie? How you doing? Carrie is an amazingly talented painter and artist. She does live painting for us and many other bands here in Tucson and elsewhere.
Very nice.
So yeah, I am a good vibes, good energy, no fucking no excuses, dude. Like, you can have a bad day. That doesn't mean you have to make it anybody else's problem. Like, so that's kind of the vibe that I like try to give off. So if people remember me, something about me when I'm gone, I hope it's that guy never started no shit. He was always down for a good time, and he loved fucking doing what he did. That's the legacy, I guess.
Hell yeah. Dude, this chat is out of control.
Oh my God, I wish I could see it.
Del Tom, Sean Warren. Wait, can you not see the chat?
I can only see a couple of them popping up. I don't get to see all of them.
I mean, it's hilarious. It says, "Love you too. Thanks for the pink eye." And then it goes on, and then it says, "You kissed me first." And then it says, "Where did he kiss you to get pink eye?" And then Dell says, "The chocolate starfish." And then it says, "I will outlive you all." Like, what is going on in this?
This is my people. This is the insanity that is my life, and I would have nothing else different. Shout out Sean Warren. Sean Warren is from Tucson here as well. He is one of the most committed fans and friends that I've ever met. So generous, so involved in the scene, always willing to support. And he's the first person to buy merch and the first person to buy tickets to the new show. He's just that guy,
Oh, very cool. Yeah, you have a lot of friends and family that have showed up for you tonight. And just thank you all for being here with us. You could be anywhere in the world and you're here showing Dilly Dank your support. And that means the absolute world, I'm sure. Dilly Dank.
Yes, you know what? Cheers. I haven't drank at all on this set yet, and I was told that I can. So cheers. I'm going to take a little swig with you guys. If you're out there, you have a drink with Dilly Dank. That's what I like to do. Moderately now. I took a sober January, so just to make sure that everything's in check. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But cheers, everybody. Much love to everyone who showed up.
cheers. I'm having a boba. I think it's like rose flavored. That's actually
I love boba. I am enjoying one of these. Does anyone know what this is?
Ooh.
This is a prickly. It is a cactus water. This is a very new and upcoming brand. They were on Shark Tank a year back or so. We reached out. It's all about who you know. Dale's mom met somebody at a convention who knew the owner of Shark Tank. I'm sorry, not of Shark Tank. Owner of Prickly. He goes, "Hey, my son's in a band. You guys have like the same brand, you know." So we got in contact, and now Prickly is an official sponsor of Desert Fish. So I want to let everybody know that these are delicious. If you drink coconut water, or if you drink stuff like that, alternative hydration methods, these are really good. They're low calorie. They taste delicious. They're slightly flavored, not carbonated, actual water. Really good stuff. So anyway, go check them out. Dale, if you're still watching, put a tag in there. You can find them on Instagram. You can find them on Facebook. They're super cool. They send us crates of prickly so we can, stay hydrated on the road. And they're really cool people. So definitely check them out. Prickly cactus water. Delicious stuff.
That is awesome, Dilly. Oh my goshness. Do you have any endorsements?
Well, other than Prickly, we work with the amazing Scott Weiss with the Underground Roots clothing company. He is amazing. He always hooks us up with packages and supports your show, supports us, big supporter of the reggae music. So shout out to him. I'm not endorsed or sponsored, but I will give a shout out to Crossed Heart Clothing. They're blowing up right now. Of course, everyone knows Ayaterra in the scene at the moment. They're just they're just, in my opinion, just a little bit ahead of the curve as far as what people want to hear. We don't even know what we want to hear yet, but Ayaterra knows what you want to hear for some reason. Them and The Movement are my two number one bands at the moment. When those two albums came out, Coming to Light and Ways of the World, in 2020, 2019, I swear to God, those are the only two albums I listened to for that entire year. But anyway, so Nathan of Ayaterra owns Crossheart Company. So I've gotten to run into him at festivals and shows, and he's always got a big smile on his face and ready to give you a hug and talk about music. And he even spotted us out last time we were at it's Cali Vibes. We were outside Kyle Smith's meet and greet, and Nathan pops his head out and like sees me and Dale and gives us a big wave, like a come say hi, so.
Very nice. All right, let's see. Lauren says, honestly, Desert Fish is some of the best people out there. Being at their shows is one of my all-time favorite things to do. It's so connecting at all times. Hell yeah. Looks like 5 out of 5 people would recommend Desert Fish for your festival.
It's not like I want to toot my own horn. It's nice that people can come in and toot my horn for me. I'll tell you the facts. I'll tell you what I'm about, but somebody saying, come listen to my band, we're awesome, isn't always the vibe. You don't know if you can trust them or not. So.
Absolutely. All right, guys, if you have any more questions, we're going on about an hour. So
bring them on. Bring on the questions. I want to talk to you beautiful people.
Drop them there in the comment section. Let's see. MILF is eating them pretzels. Somebody go give that beautiful mannequin some, I don't know. Something.
He's gorgeous. Yeah, he just had to have a surgery for his leg recently. But he should be backing at him here soon,
We got Jake Hernandez in the house from San Antonio, Texas. What's up, Jake?
Thanks hello.
All right, let's see. Mama Can 2 wants to know, what is your favorite venue?
Well, let's see. My favorite venue that I've ever played. Well, I guess the one that's on my brain right away is I got to play the Viper Room for the first time ever in Hollywood,
Oh, nice.
which is a classic venue that's been there since for I don't know how long. That's the one that got opened by Johnny Depp back in the day. Huge mainstay for actors and musicians and all that stuff. Kind of like the in place to be for a long time. So I've always wanted to play there. That was a super honor. It's right across the street from Whiskey A Go Go, which is next on my list. We're coming for you. I got to meet the guy who does sound there at the Viper Room. Shook his hand, met him for a while. So that was super awesome to be able to play there. There's rumors that it's not going to be there for a long time, longer. So I hope that's not the case. I hope they can turn that around. But if it does happen, I'm so honored that I got to put my name on in the list of people who played. We went out there and played with Rebel Shakedown and Bobby Hustle and Dan Kelly and Zeb. And oh my God, it was just such a great time. Such a small, intimate venue. We're just hanging out with the fans, with the musicians. I got to smoke a blunt and take shots with Dan, and we got on stage with the whole gang. I got to share the stage with all those guys at the Viper Room. It was amazing. Just an experience that I definitely won't forget. So in Tucson, my favorite venue is definitely the Rialto Theater. It's like the mainstay theater that Tucson has to offer. Big, 1,500 seating. It's got a balcony. It's got we got to play with Steel Pulse there once to a sold out crowd. We got to play with Roger Klein and the Peacemakers there to a sold out crowd. It's just a staple. If you live in Tucson, you know the Rialto. So
Very nice. All right, let's see. Whose mom do you want to take to prom?
did Dale ask that question?
No.
He knows the answer. That's why. That's why he asked. He knows the answer. It's his mom. His mom is who I want to take to prom. Because Angela Tom is a saint, okay? She put up with, how I mentioned we've been friends and a band since we were 15 years old? Whose garage do you think we practiced in? Angela Tom. Whose garage did I crash in when I couldn't go home? Whose jacuzzi did I spend many a night in when she was asleep in her room and she didn't give a fuck? She's the coolest person. She's always been so supportive. And I would take her to prom so hard because she deserves to have a great time. Yeah.
I feel like you need to start a band called Angela Tom.
Okay. I like that. That's actually pretty. If you thought it had a ring to it, I think that's a good idea.
I think it absolutely has a ring to it. Let's see. When do the fans get to see a bass flip live?
Oh boy. When I get a lighter bass and strap locks, I will go for that for sure. I'm in the process of getting a new stage bass, a touring bass, one that's a little bit more lightweight but can still hold up on the road. I will strap some strap locks on that baby and swing her around real good. It's on the to-do list, that's for sure.
You gotta swing her around real good.
You know it.
All right. I feel like you should be wearing like a cowboy hat or some cowboy boots when you do it.
I tell you what, madam, I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Oh my gosh. So what's the hardest thing about being a semi-reggae band in Arizona?
Oh, I would say the hardest thing is probably getting on the radar of big names. As far as wanting to get picked up and taken along. We love Arizona, but I feel like there's some kind of stigma as like nothing huge has really come from Arizona, and I feel like people just don't expect it to. So I always have felt like it's an uphill battle to prove ourselves that we really do take this seriously and have what it takes, hopefully, and get out there on the road and prove to people that that's what we want, is to tour nationally and take our music as far as we can. I would say just a little bit of the lack of exposure out here. You really have to work hard to get your name out there.
So do you guys plan on ever moving, or are you pretty set there where you guys are?
We feel pretty set because after this long amount of time, I feel like we've been honing in, a technique. Um, like I mentioned, we do everything ourselves, and at times that means we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I love
We're
that.
just experimenting. We try something new. Oh, that worked. We reach out and play at this club. Oh, that didn't work. It's just been a long run of trial and error. Like for the as long as I can remember with this band, it's just been trial and error, and hanging on to things that we know now are for sure. Excuse me, are for sure guaranteed hit, and knowing where to be cautious and not jump into any show that's presented to us or travel 15 hours to go play a show if it's not going to make sense for six guys to take that time off. As much as we would love to play every single show out there that's ever offered to us ever, it just doesn't work like that way. The logistics aren't always there. So it's really just been a challenge learning how to run it ourselves. And on that note, if there's any people out there who are booking and think that you like what you're hearing in this interview, or you want to go check out our music and you like what you hear, please hit us up because we love doing everything ourselves, but booking shows and getting things on the road, that is the one thing we would be more than happy to accept help doing. So
Well, let's see.
there's my little pitch.
Tadpole is making an appearance.
Oh,
Hi.
hello, little naked doggy.
Say hello. Tadpole,
Look
my
at him.
thelonious monk.
My
Um,
doggy is somewhere. I don't know where.
let's see. We have Brett Coleman of the
There
Vibe
he is.
Radio Show in the house. He says, I feel like Arizona is showing up lately and it's being recognized, but it does always seem to be a surprise there is talent in the desert.
I agree. Brett Coleman is one of the best instigators of this stigma, if you'll call it, that it's not true. That let me put some people on blast from Arizona that can really, really play or are just awesome bands or really cool people. And his Vibes Alive radio show is definitely a big, big help of getting our name out here and telling the rest of the world, hey, Arizona has a lot of good music to offer.
Very, very
So
nice.
big shout out to Brett and Burke Forsyth. I don't know. He's been a little too quiet for my liking. If he is still here, I was expecting him to hit on me by now, and I haven't seen it yet. So he's really great at that too. Just getting out there and doing it for free, taking the photos and getting the exposure. Like it's just such a blessing to have people like them that want to do it just for the sake of exposing their friends and exposing talented people.
Absolutely. All right. So, in a world, Brett says he's busy. Burke is busy. All right.
I don't know what air quote busy means, but I guess I'll let it slide because he's a good guy.
um, in a world that seems to be built around content creation, how much of your day do you find you're spending creating, editing, deciding what kind of content you're going to post for your fans?
Oh, content, man. Content is just a beast that never go away. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy doing it when I do it. It's a hard thing to keep going, but I try to do multiple times a week. I try to make some stuff to put out there. I make my as far as content goes, I do some stuff for myself. I have a YouTube channel out there, Dilly Dank's Adventures, where I do like unboxing videos and nerd related stuff. Outside of being a musician and playing music, like I am a huge, fantasy fan, anime fan, pop culture stuff. Like I love doing that. So I make videos of unboxings and uh, just building stuff. Like if anyone ever wants to shoot the shit about anything in that category, you just let me know because that is my second passion for sure. Um, as far as content goes, it's you got to make it fun. You got to try to make it fun. You got to do stuff that's going to be entertaining to yourself and not feel grindy because that's what all it is. It's a grind. You have to keep it going consistently or you disappear off the algorithm essentially.
No.
So it's a oh, I know, right? So I enjoy doing it. I like making videos and I like doing promo stuff for shows that come up, but those Facebook posts every day and Instagram posts, it gets a lot of work, People don't realize the business side of music a lot of the times when you're just a fan. So
Let's see. Mama Cantu says she could use a blunt right now. She is a smokeless hippie. Well, Mama, don't
oh
worry.
no.
I got enough for. I'll smoke some for you. I was gonna say enough for the both of us, but I feel like you need your very own blunt. So if anybody's down in Kingsville, hook Mama like okay, probably shouldn't be saying that.
Get out there and get that woman some Mary Jane, okay?
Oh man, what a good time. All right, so what about the future of Desert Fish?
Man, the future, the world is our oyster, Like we love doing it. It's a pain in the butt sometimes, but I don't think it's gonna stop, I don't think it's gonna change our drive and our desire to stay out there and keep playing music and hit the road. And as far as the immediate future goes for Desert Fish, we're playing a 420-day festival here in Tucson. It's called High in the Desert, which is a fun name. We've got Ayaterra is the headliner on that one. Mouse Powell, who's from Phoenix, is on that one. There's one or two more supporters, as well as Desert Fish. It's at a new event grounds called MSA Annex. That's a cool one if you're locally around Tucson. Definitely check that out, 420. We have our boys Tomorrow's Bad Seeds and Rebel Shakedown swinging through April 28th and 29th. So we'll be hosting them from California. We love those guys, the Tomorrow Bad Seeds, Moy and Jaybird. Shout out Jaybird. That guy is a freaking hoot, man.
Oh,
He just
I love him. I know.
he hosted us. We just went out to play, as I mentioned, Viper Room and Tiki Bar, and 3 days, 3 shows, 3 different bands. He does not stop. He is a machine. He took us to a house party. He took us to we went and saw I went to Sea Legs for the first time. We were on the beach. We saw a really cool band there, Cali Culture. Cali Conscious, I'm sorry, Cali Conscious. They're super cool people as well. Anyway, I gotta give the Tomorrow's Bad Seeds guys a shout out. Super love them. And then the last big thing that I have to mention is May 19th through the 21st. We are playing Rise and Vibes Festival out at Tico Time River Resort. And that is in Aztec, New Mexico, which is 30 minutes south of Durango, Colorado. It's right on the border. This venue is a festival venue that is split between the Animas River. There's a river that runs through the center of the venue. It's amazing. The grounds are beautiful. We love them so much. Robert Holmes, the owner out there, is an amazing guy. We met him probably 3 years ago, where he heard our name through the grapevine somewhere, and he's like, "Hey, we're starting up this new festival. We'd love to have you come out here and play with us. But how about we book you for 6 months from now, but you can just come to any festival you want until then. We'll just get you in for free." It's kind of the guy he is. When I say they're family, like I totally mean it, because they've always had our backs. We've played there about 4 times since. It's an amazing festival. This year's Rise and Vibe is the biggest yet. They've got the Movement as headliner, Modest Yahoo, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Kabaka Pyramid, Sister Nancy, Little Stranger, just to name a few that I got on the top of my head. Desert Fish, we were lucky enough to score evening, middle day, Saturday slot this time, so it's going to be amazing. If you can make it out to Rise and Vibes at Tico Time, I guarantee you'll have a great time. They do rafting, they do zip line, they do disc golf, there's hiking trails. It's literally, the music's not even the only thing. There's so much to do out there.
You're like a really good salesman.
That's the job, right?
I can see you like on QVC or like the home shopping network, like selling some shit, man.
I just get really excited about things. So
I
that's
love
all it is.
I love
I've
it.
also been a server slash bartender like my whole life. So it's in my blood to push things on people. So
All right, guys, we're going to start wrapping this up. If you have any last minute comments, questions, suggestions, drop them there in the comment section. Dilly, I've had such an amazing time with you tonight.
me too. Thank you so much again for having me. You guys are super awesome. Your show is always entertaining to watch. I was honored that some people decided that they wanted me on there and started shouting it out and told me about the show, and I started watching. So yeah, it's fun. It's a growing family. I've been listening to your podcast on Spotify lately too. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
very cool stuff.
Tomorrow, I have a beautiful young lady out of the UK. Her name is Tiggy. She goes by Tiggy Base. You can find her at tiggybase.com if you guys want to check her out. I will be going early tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys can come hang out. If not, the video will be available for streaming afterwards. All right, Dilly, last question of the
Yes,
evening.
ma'am.
What's the best piece of advice you can give everybody watching at home, listening on the podcast?
Sorry, my dog just ran in and she has a tail of doom and she's whipping the door. I'm trying to get her to sit down. Maple, sit.
No worries.
Hold on. I will answer your question, but there's my pupper.
Oh my
There she goes.
goodness.
Maple! Oh, there she is. Good girl. Okay, sorry.
Oh.
She's an old bird. I love her. She's like 13 now, but okay. Advice. Did you say as a musician or just like life advice or both?
I mean, either for musicians or just life advice in general.
Advice for musicians would be just pursue it, even though it doesn't seem like it's possible. I feel like I have so much farther to go and to make it, and so much more to experience and push through. But what I've gotten to experience at this level is still farther than what I ever expected. The things I've gotten to experience, the places I've gotten to travel, the people I've gotten to meet is so much fun. And, if you're ever just too nervous to go out and start, then don't be nervous. Just do it. Step out of your comfort zone, do something different. Go talk to somebody, even though it's nerve-wracking, that would be it. Just to pursue what you want to pursue, and don't be afraid of the outcome, because you're never going to get an outcome if you never try in the first place. As far as just general life advice goes, man, just take a chill pill. How about that? Don't worry about the stresses, because they're always going to be there. That's never going to go away. Like, the world's never just going to be this perfect place where everything goes exactly as you planned. But I try to stay positive and not have a negative outlook on the world, because if you do that, then it's never going to change. It's never going to get better. It's never going to be something that you have to look forward to if you're never, excited about anything. So just, enjoy the fruit of life and have some fun while you're here. You never know when it's going to end, and you never know how long it's going to last or anything like that. So there's no point in sitting around feeling sorry for yourself or whatever the scenario is. Just go have fun and live your life,
Very,
like this podcast. I never thought I'd be on a reggae music podcast with Sunshine Cantu, on a Tuesday, going up on a Tuesday, by the way.
Oh man, we've had such a good time tonight. I appreciate everybody who
What's up, Elle? How you doing? Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Had to shout out.
We got one more question coming in from Austin. How did Desert Fish become the band name? Low-key think it's the best name in the Valley. We touched on this earlier. Maybe you can give a quick.
Absolutely. Best name in the Valley. We were all born and raised in Tucson. We used to just hop in our car and drive out to the ocean just for the means of having fun, smoking weed, seeing the beach. So, it turned into us calling ourselves Desert Fish. What I didn't mention before, we had a buddy, Josh Whitlock, who coined the phrase. He said, "Man, I feel like we're just desert fish, man. We're stuck out here in the desert, but we're fish. We gotta go. We gotta see the ocean. We gotta see new things." So that's how Desert Fish came around.
Very, very nice. All right. You guys remember Last Exit Live tomorrow with the Resonators, Desert
Yes,
Fish, and Indica Roots. Boom, boom,
gonna
boom.
be a blast. Please come out tomorrow if you're in Tucson or Phoenix. Show the Resonators a good time. They're driving out all the way. I don't know if they're coming from California right now. I know they're on tour, so please come out and support these guys. They are a blast, and it's gonna be a great time.
Very cool. All right, Dilly, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get going?
No, just keep an eye on the socials, we're always working, we're always striving to get you guys more music and to come to more cities. So just keep an eye out there, and if you can, share the music, tell your friends to listen to Desert Fish if you got a second, I'll do it one more time, desertfishmusic.com. That's where you want to go to see everything that you can possibly see about Desert Fish. We've got YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all the socials. So go by. Shout out to Underground Roots again for always supporting. Shout out to Prickly for supporting Desert Fish. We hope we can make you guys proud and keep growing and keep spreading that good vibes.
Oh my goodness. Everybody make sure to go follow Dilly Dank and Desert Fish on all streaming and social media platforms. All right.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, man. Have fun tomorrow night, Dilly. And I look
I
forward
will.
to seeing your journey. And anytime you'd like to come back on the show, just let me know or my beautiful secretary know, and we will make it happen.
We will. We will get our times right this time and not get messed up by daylight savings time, reverting back to normal. But anyway, yes, and I'll get some of the guys with me next time and we'll do a whole Desert Fish thing for sure.
That'll be a lot of fun. We got Lapaka Roots in the house.
Yeah.
You guys are not already following Lapaka Roots, make sure to go follow him today as well. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Make sure you are kind to everybody around you. You never know the battles people are facing. Try to keep a smile on your face and be safe out there. It's a dangerous fucking world. I'll say it one more time. Stay safe out there. It's a dangerous fucking world. All right, Dilly Dank, on 3, we're going to say bye. You ready?
You got it.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.